Hello, everybody. I am Bryan,
And I'm Bryan.
and this is Bryan versus Bryan, episode 87, Top Gun. All right. Um. So, Top Gun, 1986, for episode 87. I've never seen this before, so this is one of those cult classic or 80s Tom Cruise movies. I don't know how you describe it. Classic. It's not. It's an action movie, I guess.
Yeah.
Um,
It's surprising.
Definitely.
Typically, I was really surprised that you hadn't seen this. Typically, this kind of goes the other way around, where like I think '80s is a big blind spot for me, which I've kind of said in the show a few times. So it's gonna be very interesting to hear what you have to say coming in.
I got the flight suit, and I haven't even seen it before. So I'm very aware of the movie. I just never seen it, and I'm not. Like I said, I think I've said it before. I'm just not a big fan of Tom Cruise. So a lot of Tom Cruise stuff has passed me by, and I haven't seen it. But I seen it today, and seeing one of these classic '80s movies late it's a little rough.
Yeah. I've never thought he was that great of an actor. Like even today, like Mission Impossible is my favorite franchise, and even then I'm just like, eh. But and he's unfortunately he's kind of got that Scientology wrapped up in him. But for me, I sometimes have to separate the art from the artist, and like he gives me a badass Mission Impossible movie, 2 thumbs up. I'm cool with it. But he does seem like a fucking weirdo in his personal life.
Yeah, you're glib, Matt. You're glib. You don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, that stuff's out there, man.
Yeah.
But this might have been before that, so.
Yeah, I think so.
I was looking in his eyes, and I couldn't see the crazy yet.
Mm-hmm.
So just jump into it. The beginning is super boring because they do the credits before the movie. George Lucas was the first one to be like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna just start the movie," and we'll forever be thankful for him. And he was fined a lot by the Motion Picture Association for doing that. But yeah, we got to sit through all the damn people who worked on this movie very slowly. But once that happens and they kick in Danger Zone, I'm like, all right. So welcome to the dangers, and like I love that song. I think back in this time, what's his name? Kenny Loggins. God, he was the make a hit song for your movie guru, man. It's like Caddyshack, Footloose, Top Gun, didn't matter. Was it a comedy? Yeah, I fucking got you. What is it? An action movie? Oh, I got you, man. Yeah. And I was watching the music video for Danger Zone to get some audio, and the music video is super weird. He's just like sitting on a bed, and this guy doesn't look like he would sing the song at all. It looks like he's just mouthing the song. Doesn't look like it's coming. It doesn't sound like it could come out of his body. Like the guy just looks very weird. But anyways, once it starts going,
Yeah, it's so funny that they bring up the opening credits because like you have this score that kicks in, and you're just kind of watching these deckhands fuck with planes taking off, planes landing, and it's kind of like this get you in the mood of this movie, and all of a sudden, out of fucking nowhere, just down, I'm like, it's so jarring to go from the score to the fucking theme song. Hilarious.
Yeah, dude. Got the guys in the fucking purple shirts and the yellow shirts.
Yeah. Waving their little batons.
But this is produced by Jerry Bruckheimer, right?
Yeah, Tom Simpson and Jerry Bruckheimer.
And who is directed by Tony Scott?
Scott in his early days. Rest in
Tony
peace.
Scott. Oh, he did Beverly Hills, Days of Thunder. I've never seen Days of Thunder either.
Oh shit! Yeah, we gotta watch that one. It's fucking NASCAR.
Cole Trickle, is that his name or something? So, $15 million budget and $357 million box office. That's pretty good. It had a small opening, and then I guess like a week later, it was in 45% more theaters because of word of mouth. Because it was just 80s cheese. People ate it up. But the reviews were pretty mixed at the time as well. I will say this. This is not the movie I thought it was. I was like, what? This is what this movie is? This is so slow. And like, I was like, when's this going to ramp up and give me some badass fucking Fox 2? Some dog fights or something.
It doesn't. Okay, yeah, let's just get into this because I've never understood the fucking passionate love for this movie. I think it's fine. I'm not saying it's a bad movie, but like people are acting like this movie is on this huge fucking pedestal, and I'm like, it's okay. Like it has fun, exhilarating airplane sequences, and it's filmed really fucking well and amazing, and then, like that part of it, the technical part of it is amazing. But the moment they're out of a plane, I could give a fuck about Maverick and his girlfriend or any of that shit. His dad. I'm just like, this is so boring and uninteresting to me.
Yeah, every story beat other than in a plane is about 4 to 5 minutes, huh?
Yeah.
It's like, oh yeah, I want to have sex with the instructor. We'll give you 5 minutes of that. Yeah. My dad died once. We'll give you a couple minutes of that. Fucking, I know how to drive a motorcycle. We'll give you 5 minutes of that.
Yeah.
Everything outside the plane is pretty boring and lackluster.
Agreed.
Even this in the plane was less action than I thought it would be. I was like, is this movie literally them training? I was like, never seeing the movie and just knowing of the movie, I'm like, dude, the movie's just dog fights, right? It's just people fighting in planes, and I know it's people training to fight in planes. I was like, what?
Yeah.
This is crazy to me. That first sequence is really sick, though. When they see the MiG and we're gonna go inverted. Why? I'm doing it. How you doing, buddy? Going inverted. And then all the out of the plane stuff is just so boring and dry. Tom Cruise is so weird. Everything is just, he's got his acting style is, what are you gonna do? I'm gonna look crooked at the camera and smile with my weird, really big teeth. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. And everyone's wet all the fucking time.
Everyone's sweating. Those fans in the corner of a shot. Everything's orange.
It's like before every scene is I just misted you, just fucking wet. And it's funny, they address it in the movie. I need a shower. They address it later. I think you need a shower again.
That's a Jerry Bruckheimer right there. All of his movies back in the 90s and 80s were just people sweating. The aerial stuff, I actually agree. Like, I don't know, I think it's somewhat fun, but I think that the issue with me in this movie and Maverick, or Peter, whatever the fuck is real, no one cares. It's Maverick.
Pete Mitchell.
Is that he kind of has that Rey effect, Rey from Star Wars, and that he's just good at everything. And like, he doesn't have really much room to grow. I mean, he kind of grows, but like everything for like the first half of this movie, probably 3/4 of this movie, he succeeds at everything that he does. Just like Rey does in Star Wars. It's like, you gotta be bad at something and then work your way into being like Luke was. Luke was a fucking whiny farm boy, and then he became courageous and heroic at the end, versus being good at everything in the beginning. That's kind of how Maverick is, and it's kind of boring when he succeeds at everything that he does, you know?
Yeah. Oh my god, that first scene was a little ridiculous. It's like, what the hell was the pilot's name who quit? Cougar?
Oh yeah,
Cougar.
Yeah.
That scene was ridiculous. He's still shaking up from the MiG, man. He's still shaking up, man. He won't fucking land the plane, man. And he's just like, he's sweating and it's like, dude, as a pilot, you're gonna see another plane at some point.
Yeah.
You better handle it better than this. You didn't even shoot at you. You locked on to me, man. my psyche, man. And he's like, land the plane, Maverick. No, I gotta go get Cougar.
Yeah.
And then he's just freaking out and saying, are you okay, Cougar? Hey, Coogie. Hey, buddy, we're running real low on gas. They keep saying gas. I'm pretty damn sure a fighter pilot doesn't call it gas.
Yeah.
Hey, man, we're running low on gas. It's fuel, you son of a bitch.
Fuel, yeah.
I've been on a plane once in my life, and I know that shit.
Gotta dumb it down for the audience.
You don't ever call it fucking gas. I'll stop this plane right now.
Oh, shit.
And you will be fired from the Navy. So yeah, that was really weird. I was like, oh man, I think he's lost his edge, man. And then I like it when he's out and he says he's more sweaty than normal because he's really his nerves, you know. He goes and talks to like the captain dude. He's like, you're fine. You got a little shooken up. He's like, no, I was on the edge, but now I've lost it. I quit. Throws down his wings. I'm out of here.
I got a family, see?
I got a goddamn family to go home to.
You son of a bitch.
Dude, a plane flew behind you. What about my family? And then he walks out. Thanks, Maverick. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be going home to see my fucking family. And he leaves. Oh, that was so much. They tried to create so much drama with that. I was just sitting there and they played it real serious for a while. He's sweating and like, he keeps zooming in on his eyes and they're rattling around. And I'm sitting there. I was like, what is this shit? What are we doing? This is like 2 minutes in. But yeah, that was ridiculous. And then yeah, all the F-14 work is really cool, man. It made me look up an F-14 documentary after the damn movie. I was like, what's up with this plane? This plane is cool, man. Why is its wings so fucking... Why do they move like that, man? That's cool.
Yeah, that watching this makes me wish we had more, like, aerial combat movies. Because, like, this movie, even from 86, I imagine it's pretty groundbreaking in terms of cinematography. Like, some of that shit, how they piece this together, the aerial fights... is pretty awesome, and it makes me look forward to this new one. I haven't seen the trailer or anything, but I imagine it's going to be fucking amazing. It's like, dude, we have so many military, like, on the ground, like Marine movies, Army movies. Like, give us a fighter movie. Yeah. I guess like the closest we got was, at least in my mind, memorable. It wasn't really an aerial combat movie, but it was in the movie. It was Christopher Nolan's Dunkirk. That shit with Tom Hardy in the World War II movie was fucking intense. It's like, man, give us more of that. It's awesome.
Yeah. And to think at the time, 86, this plane was pretty... This was like a plane they used, you know? So how much money did it cost to get a couple of these? Mm-hmm. And then for fuel and all that. Fuel, not gas. The gas budget for the F-14s. I got another barrel of gas, Jerry. he's got like a fucking red lawnmower thing. Yeah. Come on, Jerry. We could do another scene, Jerry. I got enough gas here. And yeah, so the price, and the budget's only $35 million. That's crazy. You would think that it costs a lot more to do this stuff. But yeah, all the plane stuff, I've always been really interested in jet fighters and stuff, man. I mean, kind of what kid hasn't, really? It's like a jet fighter is like one of the coolest things ever. When you're a little boy, at least. So, yeah, the trailer of the new one looked really awesome, man. The fucking... The fights, the flight scenes, and all that looks much better, of course. And they're really filming in these things.
Oh, man, I can't wait. It's like one of those movies where it says IMAX and you really want to watch it in IMAX. Like other movies, I just do it because, the Batman in IMAX. Okay, fine, whatever. But something like Top Gun, I'm like, fuck yeah, I want to see that on like the biggest screen possible. Awesome.
Yeah. And I know it's got Val Kilmer in it from the trailer. It just has a picture. But I heard he does have a scene with Tom Cruise, and I don't know how they're going to do that because Val Kilmer can't fucking speak. I heard they might do the AI voice thing again they did in the documentary. I don't know how that's going to work out. We'll see. Like an Iceman.
He's ridiculous in this movie. He's always like critiquing. His whole role is to critique Maverick behind the scenes, like the locker room. He's just standing there. You're reckless. You're dangerous to your crew, to other fighters.
It's not your flying, it's your attitude. I don't like you, Pete. Tell me, Pete, where was Cougar's wingman when you were doing this inverted G? He was fine. Was he, Pete? He's just...
That's what he does through the whole movie. He just... I love it.
And it's like, what is up with that, dude? It's like, does he dye his hair? Is that bleached hair, or is that just 80s Val Kilmer in all its glory? I can't tell, man. It's like nobody's hair looks like this normally.
Yeah.
It's like, this can't be real, right? And your hair is already like blonde, so what's the point? Right? It's like, it's weird.
He's Iceman. He's got to have the frosty tips, you know?
Iceman. He should have done more one-liners. Like, he flies in. The Iceman cometh. What killed the dinosaurs? The Ice Age. Who is that? Oh, I like it when they're all in the room. He's like, I'm trying to determine who's the best pilot. And he's, who's that guy? That's Iceman. They call him that because he's so cold and calculated in the sky. He doesn't make a mistake. He wears you out. And eventually you make a mistake. And now you're frozen. The Iceman. Yeah, so they're just competing in this Top Gun pilot competition. The best of the best of the best with honor, sir. Mm-hmm. And, yeah, they're just trying to get points. It's like, by the end, I want more points than you.
Yeah.
It's like GTA 5. It's like there's a fucking plaque with winners on it. I want my name at the top, next to winner.
And you can be an instructor. It's like, all right.
Yeah. Give you the privilege.
Yeah.
It's a privilege and an honor, sir. And he's always like known for you went below the 10,000-foot ceiling, sir. He went below the ceiling because he didn't want me to win. I saw the shot and I took it. Okay, and I was only under the ceiling for about 3 seconds. Come on, man. What about the flyby? Yeah, I did that. He's always just like, there's a running shtick where he flies by towers really fast, and apparently it fucks with the tower. I don't know. Wow, my coffee! God damn it!
Yeah, that's the only thing that's like, you know, like, oh, it messes something up, or like it's really bad. But all it shows is he spills his coffee. It's like, that's the big deal.
Yeah, on that expensive ass console. Damn it! We're gonna have to get IT in here again.
I also love this emotional scene with Goose. He like goes to his house one night and he's like, "Hey, man, I'm also in this program, and I can't have you be this fucking hothead guy. Like, we got to work this shit out." Basically, that's what he says. And
I got a family.
Like, I got a family. And Maverick's like, "All right, I got you. Like, I get it. Like, you know, message received." And then the whole movie, he just keeps fucking being reckless, and like it's like that scene never even happened at all. You know what I mean?
Well, it's like the scene happens. I got a family, man. I need this, man. I need to become an instructor someday. And then don't throw it away for me, man. And then Tom Cruise like, yes, you're my only family. I won't let you down, I promise. And then he leaves, and then Tom is kind of just does the eyes look where it's like, I just told him I'm going to, but I don't think I'm going to, and I feel bad about it. And it's so funny. Meg Ryan is in this. I didn't expect to see her.
Yeah,
she's fucking weird as always. Oh, Southern Belle.
She's fun. I like her a lot in this movie. Yeah.
Pick me up and take me to the room before you lose me forever.
Yeah. Hey, Goose, you big stud. That's me. Take me to bed forever.
And then she goes over to him and sits on his lap. And then I was like, and then the boy's right there, her son. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, let the boy watch. He will learn as I learned from my father. And he learned from his father. Yeah, the love story is ridiculous. I can't teach you. I'm an instructor.
It's rough.
And then he gets invited to her house, and he goes there, and that's the funniest part. Is they're just kind of sitting there, and it's kind of very awkward. She never lets him in. He just goes around back, And then they're sitting on the porch, and he's like, "I need a shower. I think I'm gonna take a shower." And then is that okay? And she's like, "No, that's weird." Okay, well, and so they just have some more awkward silence, and then it kind of feels like she's giving in, and it's like, this is gonna be complicated. And he like stands up. Where are you going? Going to take a shower. And then like,
this movie's so fucking ridiculous.
Gives her the eyes, and then walks away. Like, what the hell? Is it working? I don't know. He just fucking left, dude. I thought the door was about to open, man. Yeah, there's some funny stuff. Like, you think you're just gonna take me here on this tile floor in the bathroom, and then he's like, kind of puts his hand. No, I thought this shelf would be all right.
Oh god. Or the fucking
there's a lot
where she chases him down when whatever, and everything I said in there was true. Damn it! I just want them to see right through me that I love you. And then bow, 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 bow.
Oh my god, I forgot I was gonna mention that. Take My Breath Away won an Oscar original song. God dang, dude. I think it plays more in this movie than the actual song length. I swear, it's 9 minutes of this song. Like, oh my god, too much. How do you play that more than Danger Zone, man? Are you fucking kidding me? Fucking while they're humping, play some Danger Zone.
Yeah, someone's got to take that scene and put Danger Zone over the top of it.
And it's a weird 80s love scene with just blue light splashed on him, and Tom Cruise's body hovering over her, just shoulders going up and down, and then a weird licking. It's like they show their faces, and she's like licking his chin, and then he's like licking the roof of her mouth. She should have licked his nose. Licked that big old Tom Cruise nose. That big old schnoz. But that was a weird ass scene, man.
Yeah, dude, it's funny. There's a scene in the MacGruber movie where MacGruber and Kristen Wiig, they're in bed, and they basically reenact the scene. Like, it's all in blue, and it's like, and they play Take These Broken Wings. They play that, and like they're like licking each other and like do all the close-ups, and it's all romantic and sexual. And then it like hard cuts to a wide shot, and Will Forte's like, like fucking the shit out of her. Like, I don't know, it's so fucking fun. But that reminds me of the MacGruber scene because they kind of rip on it.
Nice. And I want to talk about the fucking all of a sudden there's a training, or not even training, it's a fucking volleyball scene. It's like, what the fuck is going on? I've known about this scene. I didn't know it was just thrown in without any goddamn context at all. And I assume this movie is made for men. It seems like a very manly movie. I feel like a lot of 80s women, I don't know, maybe you like it, but probably wouldn't want to watch this. Maybe it's got Tom Cruise, and they're cute, but I feel like it's about fighter jets. I feel like women were probably drugged to this movie by their boyfriends or husbands or something. So I feel like it's a very manly Bruckheimer movie. But then you got this probably the most homoerotic scene I've seen in a movie. Like right in the middle of this action fest. It's like, what the hell is going on? It just keeps showing oiled, and they're like with them boys. And they're like bending backwards and like like lifting over their head for no reason, diving, like triple shots, like like diving for the ball.
It's like those old commercials from the early 2000s. I want your bod. Nice. It was
super homoerotic, dude, and I was just like, dude, what is going on? And there's nothing wrong with that, but it just seemed out of place in this.
Yeah.
And then Tom, I swear he did it 4 times. He did that's the frontward and backward fucking hand slap. Woo! Hey! Drink balls of fire. All right.
Oh god.
Volleyball, man. And then they play 2 full games. And then like he's like, go grab the towels. I gotta go because he's got the date with the chick, and he's like, come on, man, now it's tied. We could beat him. I think we got one more in this. Come on, one more game, Pete. It's like, you're literally gonna sit here and play 3 fucking games of volleyball? What is wrong with you? If you complete 1 game of volleyball, you might have a mental disorder. You might have a mental illness. 1 game is enough, okay? This ain't fucking intramurals at PE. I am not playing 3. Yeah. All right? And the rest of these guys got, but goddamn, man, give us the net. These guys have been here for 2 hours sweating and fucking... Yeah. And posing and shit.
I want your bod.
3 games? And you could tell they literally were out there for 3 games. They were all sunburned. All of them were red as a lobster in the scene. It's like, I don't know how long they filmed this for. Like this was gonna be a volleyball movie or something that turned into a jet fighter movie. they're just red. Oh my god, I just couldn't handle that. I was like, dude, this is dumb.
Yeah,
that's shit.
You can see Tom Cruise like, hey Tony, we don't have to do this anymore, do we? No, a couple more hours. Do the backward hand slap thing one more time.
We're playing volleyball, okay? yeah. And fucking Jessie walked in. I was like, what is this shit? What is going on? And she's like, yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Fucking, oh, fuck yeah. Fucking. And you know what surprised me is that Iceman's physique wasn't that great in this. You know, I think Tom Cruise had the better bod in this at this point. It's a little surprising. But Tom Cruise I feel like they did some weird shit with Tom Cruise in this movie. Because I know how little Tom Cruise is. Every time he's standing next to somebody, he's like the same height.
Yeah.
Even in the girl, and I feel like there's some trickery here. Like Tom Cruise is way in the foreground in the shots, and we're the same height.
Standing on a box for this purpose.
Yeah, he's like that. They had to get him a special, like Little Tyke's motorcycle. So those are my other big critique with the movie, knowing about the movie but not seeing the movie and then watching the movie in 2022 is the death of Goose. I know of the death of Goose. I'm thinking it's going to be some big ordeal. It's going to be important, right? It's going to have some gravitas, some weight. Oh, fuck no, it don't. It's like, oh no, we're spinning! Ah! I can't reach the eject lever. Oh no, my arms are too short. You're going to have to pull the lever. Are you sure? Yes! Damn it, Goose, on the count of 3. And he pulls it. And the canopy flies up. And I was like, okay. I was thinking in my head, it's like, this can't be how Goose dies. Like, this is weird. And then it's like, they show it, and it's like they eject, and Goose like, oh, kind of hits his head on something. Ow, god damn it.
Which doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, and it's short, too. They show it, and I was like, wait, are they going to show it again? And so, like, what could have happened here? Just kind of hits his head on something on the way out. And then they show him parachuting down. You can see gonna.
Yeah.
It's just kind of a limp body on a parachute. And then he lands in the water, and Tom Cruise swims to him. Goose! No, god damn it, no!
Yeah,
why?
I'm not a pilot, so correct me, whoever, I don't know, in the comments of our 5 subscribers. But like, if you release the canopy, it's just gonna fly away. It's not gonna hover above. Like, did it get stuck or something? You know, like if he releases the canopy, it's gone. So there's nothing to him to hit. So that didn't really make sense to me. Like, oh, okay, why is it still in the air? Because there's a gap between when he pulls it and then when he ejects. Like, he hits the canopy, and there's like a couple seconds. Okay, eject, and then he ejects. It's like, why is the canopy still hovering above them? It shouldn't be. So that didn't really make a lot of sense.
Yeah, it was like kind of like Uncharted.
Yes. Like, what?
when you can jump from one box to another, you jump instead of just going.
Yes, 100%. Oh god.
But yeah, I was like, dude, that's the death we get. That's fucking terrible, dude.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's in the hospital. Oh my god. And then the guy walks in. Goose is dead. I know.
No
yeah,
emotion
I know.
whatsoever.
I know.
Standing
man.
in his underwear.
I know, man. And then and there's a funny scene with his new co-pilot, whoever the hell they do. If they do anything, they just sit back there. I'm sure they do more in the real plane, but in this plane, it's kind of like you just sit back there and gotta look up at things. Oh,
like a spotter, yeah.
He's like, you're gonna have to pull the trigger. Listen, man, I'll pull the trigger when I'm good, goddamn ready. Okay, get out of my fucking face. Oh man, you're a hothead, Mitchell. Listen, I'm sorry about Goose. We all liked him, okay? But you gotta let it go.
He's so good. I love Val Kilmer.
Oh man. Yeah. So, and there's not much going on after that. It's like, oh my god, he died, and it doesn't even spend much time on it for how much you think you would like him or give him a very good death. I was like, dude, they didn't. Like, they gotta kill him. And first, they gotta establish he's got a family first. I was like, oh yeah, we're gonna kill that guy.
Yeah, they did good.
So, yeah, and then Meg Ryan's in it again. She doesn't need to be. And then instead of being pissed and like adding some gravitas to him feeling bad, she's like, he loved flying with you. He fucking loved it, Maverick. He loved it. He loved you. I was like, all right. Right on. Thanks. Appreciate it. Sure not mad. Yeah, that's about the movie. And then Maverick doesn't even win the goddamn
yeah,
thing.
they fumble the climax because he comes back, he doesn't win the thing, but then they have a real life. The climax of the movie is they actually have a real life situation, and it's like, all right, cool. This is the climax of the movie. They've been training
finally,
the whole thing, but it rushes through all of it, and it's like, dude, there's no suspense. There's just like they're in a quick little meeting. Oh, we got to escort this thing, and we got to have a couple of you out there just in case something goes wrong. And then you cut to Iceman in there, like, oh god, there's 5 MiGs out there. I need help. And then Maverick comes out, and then they do a little quick fight, and then it's over. And it's like there's no build up to suspense. There's nothing.
Yeah.
And then everybody comes back to the freighter, like all the deckhands are like cheering, like it's the end of Star Wars, like they just blew the fucking Death Star up. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's like George Bush on the carrier. Mission completed. Mission completed. Ow!
Everyone's cheering.
Sir, that was only 4 MiGs. They literally have thousands. Mission completed. Ow! He's doing the double to every fucking colored shirt. Ow! Get over here, blue. Ow! Yellow. Ow!
Oh god.
But there's a funny part where he's like, because earlier in the movie, Iceman's like, who was running his wing when you were doing the inverted? You never leave your wingman. And then he's up there and he's like, Maverick's like, I'm gonna go after the other MiG. No, don't do it, Maverick. I need my wingman. I can't do this alone. He's on me. Don't go. Peels off. What are you doing, Maverick? Get your head in the game, man. There's always a lot of back chatter, and they'll just show like Tom Cruise's eyes and face, and someone behind him talking and it gets quieter. Like he's in the zone. Anyways, and then he comes back, and oh yeah, he's learned how to be a wingman.
Oh, talk to me, Goose. You forgot about the talk to me, Goose. What do I do, Goose? All right, I got this.
All right. On the count of 3, do a pull-up 10-degree turn.
Give him an Obi-Wan voice.
Yeah. But then he was like, okay, 3. I was like, wait, whoa. I was like, you said on the count of 3. No one starts at 3 when they say on the count of 3. Okay? You go 1, 2, 3. And then we do the shit you said to do. You started at 3. It would have been funny if he's like, okay, 3. No, not yet. God damn it. I was going backwards. You said 3.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's the end of the movie, man. Iceman wins, and he's going to be the instructor, and we'll meet them again. And we'll see what the repercussions of Goose's death are in the sequel. And we'll see why they need real pilots. Why do we need real pilots? We got drones now. I'm the best drone pilot there is, motherfucker.
Do they say in the trailer, because actually I legit don't know, is it, I know Miles Teller is the protagonist in the new one. Is he his son, or is he just another character? He is his son?
Yeah, he's his son. He looks like him, too.
Yeah.
He looks like him. No, he's like, I don't know why you were chosen for this, Maverick, but you were chosen by Admiral himself. And it kind of goes in picture with Admiral Iceman on the wall.
Nice.
And then, it's got Miles Teller. I forget his name. It's another. I think he has a bird call sign. I can't remember though. Something to do with Goose though. It's like a bird, turkey or something. I don't know. Condor maybe. But there's a scene where he's in his face and he's like, "You're gonna have to trust me out there. I can never trust you. Wants to trust you like Goose did. You let him down."
Nice.
Something like that.
Looks like over dramatic awesomeness.
It seems really cool, man.
Nice.
I'm sure it's gonna be better than this. Just the fight scenes alone will be cool. The fact that I saw an interview with Miles Teller and he's like, "Yeah, Tom Cruise approached me and asked me about it." I was like, "Yeah, sure, that sounds amazing." And I kind of forgot who I was talking to. I was talking to Tom Cruise. And so I get to the set, and everything's fucking real. It's like, I have to go on a plane? We're having a... It's like, oh, man. It's like, I couldn't back out right by then. So I'm really pulling G's and in a plane.
Yeah.
So they're really filming... I don't know if they're filming in F-14s, you know what I mean? Yeah. But they're filming in planes and having it look like an F-14 so they can look around and stuff.
Right.
I'm sure they're probably not filming in F-14s because I don't think there's just enough room to do that. But and then show the real F-14, but they're actually like in planes and doing stuff, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I wonder if there's a way, like, if
I think Tom Cruise wanted. Tom Cruise is a pilot,
I'm
and
sure.
he wanted to fly one for a shot, and they're like, absolutely not. You cannot fly one. Like the Navy was like, no. No, man.
He took helicopter lessons in the last Mission Impossible. I mean, he flew a helicopter in that movie.
Yeah.
So he wants to fucking all of it.
But the Navy was like, if you dream about flying one of these, you better wake up and apologize. You're not flying one, okay?
But I wonder if there's a way. I'm sure there is, but maybe there's not. But if you have two people in a plane and you have... Well, yeah, I guess you could. You could just have somebody else fly the plane, and then you have the actor act like they're actually flying the plane, so it looks like they're doing it. So they just kind of go through the motion, but someone else is actually doing it. I'm sure that's what they did. I'm excited, man. I hope it's awesome.
Yeah, I'm sure they have some kind of bigger plane that has a fake F-14 fuselage behind the normal pilot,
right?
So they can fly it, and then you can film back at it, and it looks like that's the front of the plane, but. You can't alter an F-14 and do that. Yeah. And they're so small, I don't think you can even fit like a very good camera inside of it. It'd be interesting to find out how they did all this stuff. And why they're still flying F-14s, which are obsolete now. But I read some cool stuff about the F-14 I didn't know, man. I was like, the wings. I always thought the wings went in because it's an aircraft carrier plane, less space on the carrier, more planes. That's not at all. Because the Navy had a requirement for their new plane. They wanted it to go like Mach 2.2 or something was a minimum. And it had to be able to fly a 500-mile mission, which is pretty outrageous at that time. And so... to fly Mach 2.2, you need a really swept back wing which doesn't have much drag to be able to go that fast. And so it's a variable wing system. It's like it goes out and in depending on the speed of the plane and the forces on it. So when it's going slow and you need to go 500 miles, the wings can go fully out to give you all the lift you need, the extra lift to be able to go that far. And then when it's going Mach 2, they can sweep back, and so you get less drag. I was like, dude, that's pretty fucking sweet.
That's awesome, yeah.
And yeah, this is a really interesting plane. So yeah, that's the movie, man. Sometimes sitting there watching it, I was just like, man, this is ridiculous. And then sometimes sitting there watching, I was like, man, these planes are fucking sweet.
Yeah.
So I'm glad I watched it because I definitely want to see the other one, and I definitely want to review the other one.
Yeah, it's coming up here. So I think in May or June, if I remember right.
Yeah, I think it's like May 27th or something.
Nice.
The end of May. I don't know how many times they pushed it back, man. Yeah. A lot. So score coming into it fresh with no nostalgia. The only thing I knew of this movie was other movies' references of this movie. Was what I knew of this movie. And I dressed up for it for Halloween one year because I just thought I had a flight suit, and so I was like, what could I do with a flight suit? I was like, oh, fucking Top Gun's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. And then I hand drew all these patches. It's pretty cool.
Nice.
The F-14 Tomcat patch. I'm proud of that. Yeah. Dang, this is a tough one. I was like watching it. I was like, man, what the hell did I score this movie? I'm gonna give it a 6.7.
Okay, yeah, we're pretty close.
It was pretty entertaining. With no nostalgia, it didn't. It probably didn't help my score. If you watch this as a kid or something, or even not as a kid, as an adult in the 80s, and I'm sure your score is higher than that. But for me, having no connection to it, it was just kind of lackluster. Other than the aerial photography and stuff. Oh yeah, I also wanted to say that this movie seemed to me like it was like a music video. Like, what I mean by that is, how in a music video, it doesn't really matter what's on the screen. They just frame it to, oh, this looks really badass. Mm-hmm. This looks cool. It's like everything they do in this movie is to frame it and to make it look cool. Like, oh, that's really cool. Motorcycle against the sunset. Why is he on the motorcycle? It doesn't matter why. It looks good. And then, yeah, just every scene is just like something that looks good. Like Michael Bay. It's like a cinematographer made the movie, his first movie or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%. Because that's its strength, really. I mean, we've said it on this episode. Once they're out of the plane, the movie kind of falls apart. But the aerial stuff is so well shot and so fun to watch. I think that's why people like it. Yeah, like I said at the top of the show, I've never understood the love for this movie. I think it's fine. It's okay. I wouldn't put it up there like one of the best 80s movies. I think there's far better movies from the 80s, in my opinion. But there is a little bit of nostalgia. Like, in my family, there's always like the story of, I guess my parents went and saw Top Gun when they were pregnant with me. This was released in May 26th. I was born in June 24th. So I don't know when they saw it, but they went and saw it while she was pregnant with me. And the fun theory, not theory, but the fun conversation was, oh, the movie was so intense because my mom gave birth to me shortly after seeing it, like a week after they saw the movie. So there was always like this running joke of like Top Gun was so intense that it gave the birth to me, which maybe that's why I have this weird relationship with Tom Cruise. It goes back to being my mom watching Top Gun or listening to Top Gun rather. But and then also there's like home videos of me sitting in front of the stereo as a kid in my diapers singing "You Lost That Love and Feeling." So there's a little like this kind of been in my life in my adolescence. But coming back watching it as an adult, it's a little rough. I think it's a 7. I think it's fine. It's not a masterpiece. Yeah, I've already said what I liked and don't like about it, but that's kind of where I'm at. 7.
Right on. Yeah, I think I would have been around there. I thought about a 7. I was like, no, this isn't a 7 for me. Mm-hmm. It's like I gotta go into it like and be fair. I'm just judging it as a movie and not judging the cult status of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I think the sequel looks far superior. So I hope it's good. I hope it has a cool tie-in with everything and some actual emotional stuff. Who the guy who did Oblivion is doing it, I think, right?
Yeah, Oblivion and the Tron Legacy.
Yeah, I mean, it was going to be the original guy, but he passed away, unfortunately. So, yeah, I mean, just with the technology change now, I just can't wait to see these aerial fights. You know.
Yeah, I'm not expecting much. I mean, I hope I get kind of involved in the plot. You know, I mean that's always my fucking wish going to see a movie. But I saw that it was written by the same guy who wrote not Terminator, Transformer movies. So that doesn't give me a whole lot of hope that there's going to be a meat on the bones, if you know. But at the very least, hopefully it'll be awesome, entertaining cinematography, aerial combat stuff. At the very least.
Right on. Yeah, so 6.7, 7.0. As always, thanks for joining us. We appreciate it. Check us out on Apple Music, Spotify, and as always, here on YouTube for the full 4D experience. Yeah, we'll see you guys next week, where we'll have another topic, and we'll have 2 opinions and 2 Bryans. So, to the next feast, thank you all for joining us, and we say, peace.
Peace.